we're gonna try this again. I tried last night to get an experimentation only high quota run, but I was a little bit too sleepy it seems, and now I've gone to bed, I've woken up, I've eaten some food, I have Associates with me to help wake me up. We're gonna try again to go for this experimentation only solo high quota leaderboard. There's still currently nobody who has completed this run, despite experimentation being the easiest moon in the game. I think it's because experimentation is one of the harder ones to get to qualify for the high quota leaderboards as a solo employee. Reason being because experimentation doesn't really spawn enough loot for people to easily complete 7 quotas solo. So I'm gonna try to do that here myself. How's it going, Rainy? How's it going, Big Weave? We're gonna go for it. We're in version 64. Reason being because I didn't look into how to mod earlier versions of Lethal Company, but at the same time, might be one of the better ones to do high quota experimentation for because of the chance of single item days. That's kind of my strategy now that, or after playing in version 64 on my Verdance only run, which should be up on YouTube today. Got quite a few single item days on that run that made the run a bit easier. We're gonna, this is basically a full RNG approach. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go for. We don't get bees first day. Even though I was a little late to the scan, I know that we don't have bees because 9 is the minimum roll for scrap. It's 8 pieces of scrap spawned on the map plus an apparatus. And yeah. It's almost cause for a reset, but I'm not gonna reset anything. If I'm gonna go for full RNG, I have how many quotas do I have to complete? 7 quotas? I have like 21 days to work with here. I don't have to get RNG on the first day. I can get RNG later on too. Speaking of RNG, we have an instant apparatus. I won't pull it yet. This is gonna be my training to actually remember to go back for the apparatus. Because there are a lot of times when the apparatus spawns near the main entrance that I forget to actually go back and get it. Hopefully today is not one of them. It is the first run of the day, so maybe I won't forget. But you know, I also tend to forget things on the warm-up run. Let's see if I forget anything on this particular warm-up run. We have a tattered metal sheet. That's now 3 of 9 objects. We've barely loaded into the game. Everything's gonna be on this side, it seems. Since I have already cleared the left and middle entrances for the main entrance. We're right hugging. Okay, something spawned in. It's probably a snare flea, considering that I haven't seen anything yet. Or heard anything. I would've... Okay. I would almost miss this key because I'm looking up at the ceiling. Big room here. Doors open as well. So many keys, by the way. Would a snare flea go up on a ceiling this high? I'm not entirely sure. Actually, I wouldn't know the answer to that question. Now we're left hugging. We're kind of getting a little confused here. I'm getting a little confused here anyway. I don't know about you guys. Hello. A loot room with no loot. This is the plight of experimentation. But there's loot in this room. I actually think I'm gonna get a fire exit soon here. Yeah. Cool. That's now 4 of 9 objects. Keep going. Another loot room, potentially with loot. 5 objects. There's still a lot of room to be looted though. Double locker, 6. 7. Now there's only 2 more objects left. It's probably in the big room somewhere. Ideally, hopefully. How's it going, Sky? Kind of smooth sailing here on experimentation day 1. Question is whether or not I actually get it all. But this is pretty early though. It's still only 12:19 outside. Things are looking pretty good. I should probably check that other room. I'm gonna unlock this. I have plenty of keys. That was a mistake. Excited for Silent Hill 2 remake. Might be time to play Silent Hill games for the first time. Never played one. But you know, playing Dead by Daylight... Oh, wait. Okay, so there's only one more object that I haven't found yet. Playing Dead by Daylight has made me want... Oh, wow, okay, that's everything. Has made me want to play the games that these characters are from. I was thinking that even yesterday, how I might want to play Tomb Raider since I main Lara Croft as a survivor. But I've never played a Tomb Raider game. And it was the same thing when it came to the horror movies as well. There was a period of time where me and my friends were going through all the classic horror films. Starting with the ones with that featured killers from Dead by Daylight. Your first Silent Hill experience as well. Do you have to play them in order, or can you just start on Silent Hill 2 and call it a day? I think I can jump without this. Let's do it like this. I think I'm early enough to not have to do the pipe strat, but we're gonna play it anyway. They're all separate stories, word. Then remakes are good for that then. Play a more modern version of it. How's it going, Scritchy Scratchy? Honestly, getting an experimentation full clear on the first day would be really sweet. Also very likely. I mean, it's only 9 objects, but I mean, it's the most we can do. Just casually clearing full experimentation. Wait, did I say casually clearing full experimentation? Huh? That's a sentence. Thanks for the follow. Scritchy Scratchy. Remodeling our 35-year-old bathroom. It's a lot worse than I thought. Fine, because I am here. Feel that. When a couple years ago, when we moved my grandparents to the Philippines, that's when my mom and stuff started remodeling their house, which is around the same, probably around the same amount of years old, if not older. And it's night and day. Like, it was a lot of work, but it's night and day the difference between what it used to be and what it is now. So probably it sucks in the beginning, but then once it's over, you know, got something nice at the end of it. So I don't know how much all this loot is. I'm playing with no mods, by the way. Because this is my way of tackling both the speedrunning and the high quota leaderboards at the same time. I don't think I'm gonna get a world record speedrun for 1 quota, 3 quota, 6 quota. But in the event that I somehow complete 10 quotas solo on experimentation, I have all of the formatting here. Now, I already don't think it's likely that I even complete 7 quotas on experimentation solo unless I get really good RNG. But what if I get excellent RNG that lets me complete 10 quotas somehow? Doesn't even matter if I'm not on world record pace for 10 quota. If I get 10 quota on experimentation solo, I think that would be really funny. The one they remade is also the one that features Pyramid Head. Nice. Worth a look then. I wonder if my PC can run it. I have a pretty old PC setup. Never ran into issues running games. But I also haven't bought a modern game in a really long time. This is the last inventory. One of the fastest full clears in Lethal Company ever. Longest run with Quota 4 solo on the 12 moons format. Which moons did you go to? I'm curious. I feel like Verdance is probably best for free quotas, or the first quota at least. And then probably one of the cruiser moon, one of the cruiser moons for high quota. There's the one with the snow. That's just a straight shot with the cruiser. That one might be interesting, but I'm not entirely sure yet because the late moon or like the high tier moons in that format are actually pretty difficult. The reason why I'm thinking the snow one is because it seems like the exterior is easiest to navigate as a solo player. Only thing lacking is my GPU, but that'll get upgraded soon. Word. Easy full clear. 208 loot, by the way. Without the apparatus, there wasn't even enough loot to meet the threshold for 7 quota. But there was an apparatus and I got it, so it is what it is. 12 objects. I didn't scan fast enough for B-scan again. There was a bit of lag in between, so... No. Now, if there's no beehives, that means I max rolled on loot. 11 scrap objects plus apparatus. If it's any more than 12, there's either beehives or I got a mine shaft. The rare 0.99% chance of getting a mine shaft. One trip to Gorgonzola, Lawrence for 2 quota, interesting strategy. Felt like, well, I got a pickle only day, by the way. Remember how I said single item only days are gonna be my saving grace for this run? Well, here we go. In one inventory, I already have more than enough for... Yeah, this is... Okay, this might be a run. Start with a full clear, day 2 is a pickle only day. Are they all 69? Oh, one of them 79. Good RNG. I think the world record for a single item clear on Experimentation is just under 1,000, and I didn't watch the video, but or watch the run, but I'd imagine it had something to do with good B RNG and then either a single item day or really good item RNG. Okay, let's just leave that there for now. That's already more than I looted after full clearing Experimentation yesterday. It's all thanks to these pickles. Now the key is to not die here. I think I'm just gonna pull this because this is already pretty good. And then we can play Fire Exit after this. This Fire Exit might put us into a loot room also. That might just be easier. Hundreds of hours deep and I still fumble with running bees. It is what it is. Especially, like, you know, I fumble with bees still too, especially when it starts becoming more than 2 beehives. Like, it's not... Like, 1 or 2 bees, you know, I run that amount pretty frequently. But I can't say that I have too much experience running more than 2 beehives solo. Because it's already rare to get 3+ beehives. And it's rare to, not only that, but also it's rare to actually secure them all on your ship. And then even more rare to actually have the opportunity to take them home with you. So unless I, like, spawn them in and practice a bunch, I don't know. I also never practiced the advanced hit drop strats. You know, like, I never once practiced the warps jump. I know there's more modern techniques for securing multiple beehives without bringing them into the ship. Royru was mentioning them last time he was in here. Not something I've learned because of how infrequent it happens, but then every time it does happen, I'm like, damn, I probably should have learned that, actually. Patch my cheese spot on stair tile. I'll feel provoked to make a follow-up video. Show new spots. Oh. Word. Yeah, no matter how much stuff Zeekers patches out, people will find new ways to deal with things. Or people will just downpatch to the versions where their cheese works. But you know, I can't get single item days in version 40. I feel like version 40 experimentation only is a harder variant than version 64. Even though I would probably never die in version 40. Okay, that's not true. I would probably die on a version 40 experimentation run to a sandworm at some point. But literally to nothing else. Thank you, Pickle. Oh, there's one behind that locked door, and it's worth 75. Let's see if we can get a key somewhere. I don't think I brought a key home. Might even be worth getting a lockpicker, because that's a pretty valuable jar of pickles. Ooh, and there's the server room back there? Yeah. Oh wait, okay, well. No longer worth getting it. Spider. It's not. Right there. Okay. At least the spider's set up though. Oh, that's kind of scary to go in there, to be honest, not gonna lie. I might just settle with this, to be honest. I might just settle. Unless there's something down here for me. I think I checked down here already. Yeah. Because to throw a run like this to Steam would be very unfortunate. I highly recommend full sending Tandros before and after you get a jetpack. Word. I do plan on revisiting 12 Moon. The only reason I'm here on Experimentation is because off stream I finally did an assurance run that I can submit to the high quota leaderboard. I did the run kind of late and I wasn't sure if I would even upload the run at all, because I did it just a couple hours before I was slotted to play Dead by Daylight, and I ended up getting the run in one go. So that's gonna go up tomorrow, I believe. And then while I was looking at the leaderboards for the Vanilla Moons, I noticed that no one had a solo experimentation, a high quota submission yet. So that's why I'm here to kind of go for it myself and also bring light to it. Because the closest I've ever gotten to getting a solo experimentation high quota was in version 56, and I got cheated out by a kidnapper fox, which is part of the reason why I'm so jaded with that enemy. 660, by the way. Very good experimentation. And surprisingly, someone actually has a solo high quota run on Embryon, which I thought was actually the hardest one ever. So I need to go see how that person did solo Embryon high quota, because that's actually really nuts to think about. How's it going, Toast? Now, if I get struck by lightning here, I will be very sad. I can at least run under here to help reduce my chances of getting struck. But this is such a good run that I'd be very sad if it ended like this. You know, and it's not like RNG lightning isn't a thing. I got struck by RNG lightning on my Verdance run. But hopefully we can get away with teching the lightning or whatever we want to call it. Doing the lightning tech and not have to worry about it for the rest of the run. This is where finding a key would be really nice. 10 objects on the map, by the way. If all I get is a key today, I think that's still a good outcome. Because that 660 will keep me set for just a little bit. Like, obviously I still have to collect more loot, but that gives me such a good start that even if all I do today is reset lightning with this key, I can kind of be okay with that. Obviously I'm not gonna just stop there. I'm gonna keep going. But I think I will save this key for that purpose rather than to, like, try and open a door for loot or something. I might even just play fire exit now. That's what I'm kind of tempted to do here. But we'll see where this long path takes me. Oh, but that's a loot room though. Alright, fuck it. I get another key. No way, I got scammed. If it didn't lead into a loot room, I wouldn't have done that. But that's what I get. Loot rooms on Experimentation are not guaranteed to carry loot. It is the truth of the matter. But that was a risk I was willing to take, I guess. I don't know if it was worth it. I don't really like stepping into steam rooms. We're just gonna go to fire exit. If I can beat this spider there. I don't beat the spider. Is it fully aggroed on me? I hate spiders, man. Okay, well. Okay, I'm just immediately dropping this outside so I don't... We got a loot room here. Did we get lockers? Big bolt. Mind your slam. I know, bringing door slamming to Lethal Company. Imagine if you could door slam in here. Lethal Company should take notes from Forsaken Frontiers. But I mean, closing the door is still worth it though, because it still takes them some time to open a door. I'm pretty sure spiders can open doors pretty fast, but... not faster than I can close the door anyway. Oh, stam, not slam. Got it. I mean, nothing's gonna kill me here. I don't think. I'm not too worried. We've got a full inventory of all conductive scrap. I'm pretty sure flasks are still conductive in version 64. I don't entirely remember. Candy, that's rare. RNG just goes crazy, it seems. Oh, it's the key that's conductive. Thought flasks are made non-conductive in V60 or V64. That's probably true. I just have no recollection, you know. Especially since I've been hopping versions since version 60. Red has been spam closing doors on enemies if someone hits them. I would consider that similar. Word. One of them's an exploit though, and one of them is intended. I doubt Zeeker's intended for that door mechanic to be a thing. Bro, what was with that late timing? I did see Bread do it in like one of his compilations versus a Thumper, and then he also featured it as like a main way to deal with man-eaters too. For sure. Peace out, Scritchy Scratchy. Yeah, this it'll definitely make its way to YouTube, so hope you have a good day. Let's move this already. There's one more object down here. I'm gonna trust that flasks are not conductive in this version. Doesn't seem like it. I mean, I didn't get any lightning on this when I played on Verdance or on Assurance, so it's pretty consistent with my experiences also. But when you play on like multiple versions, all the stuff, information gets mixed up. I'll sing it in patch notes. Word. I believe you guys. I just like playing a little safe until I can confirm information afterwards. Because if you don't know if something's conductive, it's safe to play as if it is until, you know, until you learn otherwise, right? It would be a fatal mistake to not treat it as such. Or it could be one, at least. Nah, fuck. Really? I can't believe it. Yeah. That's why you save stamina, always. Just in case. I also had to remember what my crouch button was, but god damn, dude. I almost just lost for no reason. I would have been real sad actually if I lost there. Flask is not conductive. Alright, word. Appreciate you guys confirming that for me. God, this is such a big risk, honestly. You know what? I'm not even gonna go back out there, honestly. Fuck that. I'm not going out for a tattered metal sheet and an engine. How's it going, Woody? Challenger just playing. We're going for the experimentation only high quota leaderboard. Got to complete at least 7 quotas. We just completed the first quota with, I think, are some stellar returns. So, yeah, I think that was 3 days all above average, or all above the needed mark. So, probably one of the better starts I can get. Yeah, I tried dropping the items as far away from the pipe, and that's why I was standing to the left. I was just kind of hoping that it wouldn't hit me. Kind of played it a little unsafe there, but I think playing Stormy is unsafe to begin with when you haven't done your lightning stuff yet. How do I get to 130? $21, 29, 80. How's it going, Karma? How's it going, June? This is probably one of the best starts we can get to Experimentation only run. It'd be 130. Oh wow, that pathing just lost me a second. If anyone's wondering why I have live split up, because it helps me focus. I don't understand the logic, but it just helps. I've set up the lightning strat with the metal sheet. I could have, but I did it with the key instead. Oh, I should have bought the belt bag and shovel. Oops. Well, I'll buy shovel on reaction. I like the belt bag strat here because most of the time I'm gonna bring a shovel anyway. But I can bring shovels and keys all together with the belt bag. Yeah, I did it at the very beginning. Like, I kinda... Main entrance, I dropped a key outside. Because I wasted the first opportunity with the key, and I made sure that the second key stayed outside. So I should be good for lightning. 231's a pretty decent second quota, too. If I do end up going the distance here... Okay, another mineral. If I do end up going the distance here, this will be the highest second quota I've gotten on the lowest density moon, but wouldn't have it any other way, I guess. Check our pathing here. On rainy experimentation, I like checking if I have a puddle over here first before committing. I'm pretty sure the puddle locations are static though, but there's probably one right here, right? Yeah. Static as in they will only ever appear in the same spots. There isn't one right here also. Good to know. There is one right under this ladder though. That's fucked up. Let's see if we can get another full clear. For those just joining us, I did start day 1 with the experimentation full clear. Blackout. So when it starts off with the lights off or the breaker off, that's like a 99% chance of there being a minimum roll on your loot. And this current blackout is consistent with what I saw on the terminal. 9 objects experimentation. Got 1 of 9 though. Or 1 of 8 scrap items, and then need to get the apparatus as well. Nothing in this loot room, it is experimentation after all. Gonna find a lot of empty loot rooms on this run. But you know, finding a lot of empty loot rooms isn't necessarily a bad thing. If I find a lot of empty loot rooms, that means I survived a lot of days, right? If I don't find a lot of empty loot rooms, it's because, you know, I didn't go into a lot of rooms in general, or into a lot of loot rooms at all. And I think that's worse than finding a lot of empty loot rooms. I'm trying to think positively. Optimistically. Hello. I'm still scared of spiders, it seems. Go this way. How about this way, huh? I want to know the stats on how many of my runs have ended to spiders. It's more than it should be. Bro, how'd you get lost in one room? Alright, let's go this way. We're now 3 of 9 objects. I'm gonna go play fire exit now. And hope that the spider isn't blocking me too much. Maybe I just buy the shovel here actually, because I have some time. And it's kind of likely that I'll have to fight this thing. I don't think I lose too much in buying the shovel here. But I will lose out if I need the shovel and I have to come back. I'll buy the belt bag also. Belt bag's slightly heavier than the shovel. That's okay. Because now I'll also be able to bring back keys if I find any. I think the dropship is gonna fall on a puddle. Not entirely sure. As long as it doesn't fall on me, we're good. Why would Zeekers do that? Okay. Go this way. We go fire exit. I won't fight the spider if I don't have to. Because I lose most battles to the spider. Real dumb. How's it going, Cosmo? Doing all right, I'd say. I'm playing on experimentation, so can't be that bad. You know, my tolerance for lethal company is up right now. Because, you know, I got a run that I could submit to the 12 moon leaderboard. I did an assurance only run off stream and completed 7 quotas. I'm doing quite okay. It helps a lot when you actually, you know, get a submittable score at some point. You know, they're not the most impressive scores, but I'm just trying to get on as many boards as possible, so even just minimum is kind of nice for me. I'm pro now. Trying to at least be somewhat decent at the game now, you know. I'd hope that after playing the game for 400 hours that I could at least do this, you know. I do think 7 quotas is a little easy. It just takes a little bit of patience. So I'm doing these to just see like how easy some are compared to others. I think experimentation is gonna be one of the harder ones actually. Just because experimentation just doesn't spawn enough loot. But I also, like, the trade-off is I get to play experimentation, which is a very chill experience for the most part. What's the 7th quota? I won't know until I get there, because the quota amounts vary from run to run. I didn't get any keys, unfortunately. I could buy a lockpicker, but I think it's a little too late in the run. Well, like, I think I just go for it. There's not really too much danger here. 1298 is average quota. Word. Then I've been low rolling like crazy then. My 7th quota is usually around like 1100. What will I do if I get haunted? I will probably just outplay the ghost. It depends how late in the run I get haunted too. If I get haunted and I already have most of the loot, I'll probably just leave. But I mean, like, experimentation isn't too dangerous to begin with, so it's not that bad just outplaying the ghost. The reason why I don't like outplaying the ghost on higher tier moons is because of the chances of getting something more dangerous to spawn in while I'm like outplaying it. Then it gets a little dicey. I am gonna get the lockpicker, by the way, because if I'm playing belt bag, I can bring the lockpicker without increasing my carry weight. The lockpicker is kind of nice for that. It's not ideal, like I'd rather get keys, but kind of got to work with what you got. Unfortunately gonna drop in the far slot though. I'm not even sure if I have enough time for this, honestly. Yeah, it's not like I don't prefer outplaying the ghost because it's... I mean, even though it can be kind of consistent, it's still high risk, high reward compared to everything else on the moon. But it's not impossible. Like, when you see a ghost girl, your run's not over right away. At least if you know what to do. I can't say I have the most experience doing it though, because I do tend to opt to run instead. I think securing the run is also a valid way to approach it also. How's it going, Nico? Imagine dying for a lockpicker. I'm not dying for a lockpicker, I'm dying for potential loot. Did I even check down here? I don't even think I checked down here. I brought my whole bag with me. Another empty loot room. I guess I didn't even need to um, get this lockpicker because there was a room that I didn't check yet. Oh well. Oh, well, okay, I have been here because I'm pretty sure I've seen the breaker room. I think I'll just leave, honestly. I have to remember how to leave, though. Okay, it's not that way. Probably this way. But we got our lockpicker, so if this ever happens again, you know, we'll be set. Yeah, we'll just lock this in. Even know the cheese strat with cabinet. I've never actually done it. I don't know a lot of like, because here's the thing, I've never learned a lot of the ship cheese, or like the interior ship cheese, because my first thought when I get haunted and as a ghost isn't to just stay in the ship, you know, or stay near the ship. My first thought is to stay in the facility and keep going. Even in a group run. But I also know that going on the ship too, like she bugs out when trying to climb the ladder, so I just use that. That's not even one that I knew ahead of time, that's just one that I did because I was gonna try to loop her using the ladder and stuff. And it ended up working out a little bit better than I thought. I guess it's, yeah, it's probably useful for Titan, especially since she only spawns when you step inside the ship. Also just jump over her too. Because anytime you're just stood somewhere, you're not moving to or making progress. And I don't like playing passively. Which I guess kind of goes against the way I've approached version 40, because you know, one of my appeals of version 40 is rail cheese. But you know, I'm also, whenever I rail cheese an enemy, I'm also getting rid of a threat at the same time, so it's not entirely passive. 12 objects, by the way. Jump over her. Every time I jump over a ghost girl, it's really just practice for Forsaken Frontiers. After learning how to jump over the Ventress, jumping over the ghost girl is light work. Shout out Royru for the Ventress tech. I'm really sad that Ventress teching probably isn't viable on tunnels, just because of the ceiling height. Oh man, I've been gaming too much. Oh, sound horn, wow. Gonna have to start doing finger stretches again. Large axle, apparatus. We're gonna have to, I promise I will remember this apparatus. But I mean, this is pretty good already. It's already like 130. 130 on experimentation in 2 objects. Rare occurrence. That was it that way, right? Yeah, just one way that way. Rare right hug occurrence. Okay, I might actually just... might just go fire exit, actually. Let's take this back one time, I think. Or we'll take it up to the pipe, actually. I think taking it up to the pipe's fine. Because the water is gonna make me real slow. It's gonna be slower than this, I think, in the long run. Try jumping over the Ventress. Apparently it's just a skill diff. I also noticed in the Roy clip that he jumped pretty early. So it seems like the Ventress hitbox is somewhere behind her. Based on what I saw. I haven't tried jumping over a Ventress since then. Obviously I don't have access to the playtest anymore. So but you know, I'm always gonna have that in my back pocket though. I don't know why that door is open. I don't know why these doors are open. There's a snare flea somewhere. I have an idea of why these doors are open. Just need a visual confirmation. Why do I got so many two-handed objects? Not upset though, because I got a lot of objects in general. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 12. 5 more objects on the map. How many of them I'll go? Question is, how many of them will I go for? There's one. There's a snare flea right there. What a tile, huh? What a time to be alive. I hear something else coming in. Oh, big room. But I need to know what came in behind me, though. Oh, whatever. There's no way I died. Oh, okay. There's a world where I died to this. Just don't fall. As long as I don't fall. I almost fell. I might actually just take everything back now. Because I think it's going to take me a while to transfer all those two-handed items in the flood. Yeah. Let me secure guarantee. Let me secure the value that I already have. Imagine I get brackened in the dark here. Bracken is not off the table yet based on what I've seen. But actually it should be. Oh, there's Spore Lizard. Now it's completely off the table. Uh-oh. Oh, we're good. I knew I was gonna make that jump. Your shadow running away from a butcher? What Australia does to a man. I guess I can say that now that you're not in Australia. I'm a post-time skip doxing Nico. Wait, no, I've said on stream that Nico was in Australia and I had a $5 bounty for someone who could find him there. He's got share tea. Shout out to everyone who enjoys boba and milk tea. Oh, you didn't? Okay, never mind. I guess they didn't. You know, no one ever actually claimed it, so I guess you would never known. I might have been offering $5 in US dollars to anyone who could find you while you were out there. Is it doubled if I bring you his head? I will probably just send you straight to prison. Grab this. 1 million Australian dollars? I don't know if that's how the conversion rate works, but I mean, you were the one that spent 3 weeks in Australia, so you tell me. Okay, I also gotta get the apparatus, guys. I didn't forget. Never forget the apparatus. Gonna be a little close though. I mean, it's experimentation, so you can play as close to the wire as need be. I don't think there's an old bird. I do have to worry about old birds and giants in version 64. It is Never Forget, or actually it's not Never Forget season anymore, but... I probably didn't have to do it like that. I could have kept the 3 one-handed objects for when I transfer this apparatus, but... okay. They'll figure it out. There's no baboon hawks or anything to steal my stuff. Watch there be a snare flea that I didn't account for over here. I actually didn't forget the apparatus, I promise, guys. £31, huh? Since this isn't modded, I can verify this one. Does app count as an item when you scan? It does. And the way you can confirm that is Experimentation has a minimum scrap roll of 8 scrap items, and the lowest scan you will ever get on Experimentation is 9, because you'll get the 8 scrap items plus 1 apparatus. Actually, there is probably a less than 1% to get a scan of 8, because apparatus is not a guaranteed spawn. So in the event that you do not get an apparatus, you might get a scan of 8 on Experimentation. But it's so unlikely that you don't get an apparatus spawn that actually it's more likely that you don't get an apparatus because you spawned a mine shaft or a mansion than it is that you just did not get an apparatus on factory. That's something I forgot to account for. How does scanning work? It doesn't. Okay, well, how scanning works is if you scan early. Oh shit. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna take this two-handed object. One moment, let me lock in, and then I'll explain it in a second. Because I can't throw this next part. Yo, Roy, thanks for the raid, man. Trying to lock in this experimentation run. Please don't turn. Please don't turn. I can do that? Okay. Oh god. The physical recoil that I just experienced right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa. I'm so scared right now. I'm not going back for that 20 piece, by the way. I left a V-type engine, but I think that was risky enough. That was a real worm? Oh my... Alright. Just don't fumble this last part. Second dog, second dog. Alright. Okay. Let's, once again, thanks Roy for the raid. For everyone tuning in, we are doing a solo experimentation only run. We are currently on Quota 2, and I think we are doing pretty fantastic, actually. I think I've gotten nothing but above threshold days. We're doing quite alright. That was the most dicey one so far. So, I guess it was a good time to tune in. As far as how the scan works, when you do an item scan before you, or as you're landing, it'll scan just the scrap items that spawn in. It'll scan the scrap items plus the apparatus. And then when you scan again after you hear the beep sounds, if the number goes up, that shows you how many beehives there are. But yeah, that's how the scan works. And I'm not entirely sure what the value, like the scrap value means. It hasn't meant anything to me, but it seems like the high quota runners and speedrunners actually see something in that value, so you probably need to ask one of them what they see there. Yeah. We're gonna keep going. Hopefully we get it this time. Last day of Quota 2. No weather. So 9 objects means that I got another minimum roll, and since the number didn't go up, there's no beehives as well. For the value, get a gold bar, it'll be like 200 to 300 that day. Or plus 200, 300. Word. My thought on the value, and you can confirm this or not, is that, oh wait, I forgot my belt bag. Is that, oh, whatever. Hopefully I don't need it. Is that the value shown is probably the max value of all the scrap items that spawn, but doesn't mean that it's, but just because it shows the max value doesn't mean that it's gonna be the actual value of the item. Thoughts? Is that accurate? Keys are +3 value to the item scan word. So that's why when you scan a key, it shows a value, even though you can't sell it for anything. Scan does count keys, just in the, not in the item count, right, but in the value amount. Oh, that is correct. Word. Okay, good to know. So if you see one that's extraordinarily high on experimentation, then it should mean a gold bar. That's where the plus 200, 300 comes into play. Got it. Dead body still counts on the scan. That's funny. That's super funny, actually. Okay. I got 2 of 9 objects, or 2 of 8 objects, rather, and then need to find the apparatus on top of that. How long have these facilities been abandoned for, like in lore? I'm probably the worst person to ask about lore stuff. I don't think I've ever read the logs even once. That's not true. I've read some bestiary entries when a new monster gets added, but as far as like the default logs go, I've never read them. There was one time though, like someone on YouTube did a voiceover of the logs, and I thought it was pretty good. And the guy who voiced over Sigurd is kind of just like my headcanon Sigurd voice actor. It's quite good. But I only listened to that at the very beginning of when I started playing Lethal Company. I haven't really revisited it since. Okay, I gotta make sure I stay locked in. I was pretty locked in. Or I've been pretty locked in for this run. And I would be very sad if I find a way to throw this. Currently left hugging though. Left hugging is a way to not get lost. I mean, it doesn't have to be a left hug, it can be a right hug also. Dealer's choice. Ooh. I don't think I counted the Easter egg that I picked up, but Easter egg, big bolt, large axle. Anything up here? Ooh, another loot room. Nice. I might end up finding the fire exit at this rate. Chained loot rooms. We love to see that. With actual loot in them. I'm not too impressed with the actual loot that has decided to show itself here today. But you know what? When there's only 9 pieces of loot on the map, you kind of just take what you can get. Even if it's clearing up a inventory slot so you can pick these up. I might just find my way back now and go through the fire exit just to guarantee that I don't get lost. The 12 item 400 value is probably oops all big bolts, etc. I did get an oops all pickles with 12 items. Why 12 though specifically? Does oops all items like affect the actual amount of scrap you get? See 1500 plus value experimentation? That's insane. Oops all Z dogs. I didn't even know Z dogs can spawn on experimentation. That's what we're rolling for now, I guess. Wanna play lethal again for high quota? Don't got a squad that consistent. That's why I do solo. Solo is fairly consistent. I wouldn't even be consistently committed to a squad. I really hope this hoarding bug... No, whatever, dude. I guess. Wait, I don't remember being in a big room, though. Fuck. Alright, I'm lost. But it's okay, because it's experimentation. I gave him that large axle because it seemed like he was aggroed on me. I didn't like that. I actually lost my last experimentation only run to double hoarding bugs, and it was not cool. Play duo with me, Chef Austin. I've been waiting for you to come back from Australia, dude. Since you've been gone too, there's been an interesting development as far as like modded high quota goes. We should just tear through all of the moons. 7 quotas duo is light work, honestly, no matter what the challenge is. Except maybe Embryon. Okay, hold on. I actually have to get out of here somehow. Eventually. You down for high quota single moons? Maybe we got a 4-stack right here. Figure it. And I snooze that until after the day. You're the mod, bro. Just say, through all the new viewers, I guess. Did I already grab the apparatus? I think the apparatus is still right here, right? Did I leave it? I'm just gonna grab it. I think I've spent so much time here that I'm just gonna grab this now. $513, yeah. Thanks for the tier 1, Roy. I changed my ad frequency, by the way. I changed it from the 3 minutes of ads every hour to minute and a half every 30 instead. I think that's what you said. I didn't entirely remember. I just knew that it wasn't the 3 minutes ads every hour wasn't the play. B60 made me not care about Seaman Facility. Why is that? I still worry about Seaman Facility just because, you know, I might just get got by a turret somewhere. And even though I should be able to remember the layout, like without having to visually see it, it's still something that I consider. $90 seconds per 30 minutes or 60 seconds per 20. That's kind of hard to pick. I'm using one of those though. I'm doing so much steam in the mines, word. I like avoid mine shafts like the plague. You'll see when my assurance only run goes up. I got so upset when I got a mine shaft there. I mean, I still looted it, but I wasn't very gung-ho about it. We get a loot room. I don't think I'll get anything though, because there wasn't a lot of loot on this spawn to begin with. Oh wait, this is the loot room that I was in earlier. Okay, well, if I had brought my belt bag, I could probably steal from the hoarding bug, but I did not, so. We at least get this tattered metal sheet. This tattered metal sheet is gonna make the difference. 3 minutes just gets people. Yeah, exactly. I prefer 60 seconds per 20. I'm leaning that way too. Because one, it's less ads for the people that will choose to stay. I mean, it's more frequent ads for the people who choose to stay, which kind of sucks. I would hope that the people who choose to stay, who mind ads, would eventually just sub though. But for newer viewers, the lower, or the less the ad, the more likely they are to stay. Or, you know, if they choose to not stay, at least I hit them with 1 second of an ad, of ad viewing, you know. Got them before they got out. Shout outs to everyone who watches 1 second of ads per stream. Don't loot the mine shafts, loot the caves. Yeah, I mean, I try to go straight for the caves either way. I still don't like it though. Just because the caves are a lot more loot dense than the mine shafts. I don't think I got that much today, but we're just gonna lock in Quota 2. 173 is not that bad, considering that there was only 197 on the map. Might be bad in the long run, but all I need is good RNG moving forward, and I'll be okay either way. Not getting a lot of keys though, which is a little unfortunate. Worst experimentation I've seen? Oh no. That's not good to hear. Okay. If I sell both of my apparatuses, 160. Which will mean I need 71. Can I add up to 71? I'm pretty sure I can. I'd be very surprised if I can't add up to 71. $14.27. That's 41. What is that 27? The candy. 14 and 27 makes 41. Then if there's something worth 30, the yield sign, I can sell both of my I can sell 2 of my apparatuses and get exactly 231. Right? Got a 170. Did we really? I don't remember scrap spawns like that, but I guess it's because, you know, I don't really... Did I not do my math correctly? I grabbed the wrong thing. Oh no. The dustpan was not what I was looking at. I oversold. I'm throwing. Oh no. I thought it was... Oh, whatever. It's okay. I didn't oversell by that much. But you know, slight oversells could make the difference on this run. So... I'm trying to be a little bit more careful this time around compared to like my previous runs. As long as runs go above 7 quotas. Wait, so I don't need to complete quota 7? I need to complete quota 6 and reach quota 7? Because when I was first doing these single moon runs, I was told that I have to complete 7th quota, not reach 7 quota. Looking for some free duo high quota single moons, dude. All of them are free. 7 quota, like completing 7 quotas as a duo is super free, but if it's actually just reaching 7 quota, dude, we were. Wait, what? Oh, I almost left, guys. I almost left. What? Did I not sell both apparatuses? Wait, what just happened? Did I get scammed? Did I only sell 1 apparatus? I think I only sold 1 apparatus. Okay, so I can redo this. 87. No, 77. No, 67. 67. Dude, I almost left. Almost through. Let me lock in real fast. Someone here was panicking. Or they were just waiting for greatness. If you were in the boat waiting for greatness and there's not even a gamble going on, then shame on you. 67, this is 37. I'm sure I can find 30 somewhere. Oh, thanks for the prime, Gray T Phoenix. Great Phoenix. 37. I need 30. Please. Okay, between these tattered metal sheets that I'm not scanning, I probably find it. Actually, I do find it. Hold on. Because there's something worth 20 in here. I think if I start running Gambles Jupiter, I will actually lose into all focus. Unless Okles wants to run one. Okay. this. Or Nico, actually. Any of the mods. I got sad about the other cell, but put the other appy back. Got it. But at least I figured it out before pulling the lever, right? I've made it a habit to always look at this number before I leave because of some very tragic undersells in the past. 7Q plus for solo and duo. So, can we put it in specific words? Like, do we have to complete 7 quota? Or do we just have to complete 6 quota? Because the reaching 7th quota and completing 7th quota seem to be different things. Just great, Phoenix. Got it, got it, got it. Word, word, word. Can I make the gamble while Austin play Dead by Daylight this stream? It depends how long this run goes, you know? Because it might just end up being, like, going into the Degen hours Dead by Daylight sessions that I keep off stream. Complete 6, reach set. Wow, okay. Well, my job just got a lot easier. And there were definitely some runs that well, I don't know about definitely. But wow, that is a lot easier than I thought. Okay. Did watch my Onryo video on the plane ride back. Yeah, I think I might be pretty okay at Onryo. Not gonna lie. That Onryo's for sure my best killer right now. 12 objects, by the way. I have yet to get there in time for the beehive scan. But it's okay. Complete 6, reach 7th. And that's the same for duo, isn't it? Alright, Nico, we have our work cut out for us, dude. I might have to revisit solo Embryon now that I know that. Because 6 quota is way, way easier than 7. Egg beater, by the way. Actually, the person that's on the Embryon leaderboard isn't Micaiah or Mice. I didn't recognize their name, but, you know, I'm not really too familiar with a lot of people yet. Other than the people that played Forsaken Frontiers with us and June. And June's crew, you know. And some of the people that have popped into the chat while I'm doing some, I'm doing runs on my own. But yeah, it wasn't the name I was expecting. I was like, that's pretty sick. I'm glad someone was out there grinding Embryon. Do I have enemy streamers? Nico. That's about it. I don't really got enemies like that, you know. Might have some haters, but it's all one-sided, you know. I have nothing but love for people who like stream this game, you know. People who try to do this and push games to their limit. And try to like make a name for themselves. I think more people should do it, actually. Doesn't mean I'll make time to play with everyone, it just is how it is. Even people I like, it's kind of hard to get me to commit to things. Nothing personal. Crew Ink Viewer, got it. Shout outs to them. Big Weave is my actual op. That guy got me into Dead by Daylight again. I think that's like very criminal. Imagine convincing someone to play Dead by Daylight. If anyone wants to blame someone for a lack of Lethal Company content coming from me, blame Big Weave. He got me back into Dead by Daylight and made me question how much I like this game. That's criminal. Bread would hit 25 if he just plays with Royru on his team. Doesn't Bread and don't Bread and Royru already play together? I think they weren't you guys doing a experimentation only yesterday? I saw, because I actually did a secret experimentation only run yesterday off stream last night before going to bed after Dead by Daylight, and I saw that there was a Bread crew that did experimentation only. Cosmo is my only non-op in the Lethal Company community, and June. Everyone else is an op. My Bread diss track is coming out soon. I love Dead by Daylight and that you're playing it. I actually... It's crazy to put into words, but I actually do love Dead by Daylight also. Game might make me frustrated sometimes, but I actually just really like the game. I don't care that it's unbalanced and shit, like, you know. I don't think balance is a requirement for a game to be enjoyable. You don't play Dead by Daylight because it's a balanced game, you know. You play Dead by Daylight because you're able to overcome the imbalances. Not just in-game, but also mentally. Tried experimentation only, but it's just too RNG. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of why I'm like not putting too much stock into how much I'm earning per day, because, you know, RNG can kind of just sort me out at some point. I had a day 2 Pickles single item day on this run. I'm like, okay, well that just changes everything. I also full cleared experimentation on day 1 too. It was pretty sick. You know, slight flex, humble brag. You know, but when you when you get a 9 item spawn, you probably should be full clearing experimentation. But like when you bring in a full squad, I can only imagine that it's really dependent on what spawns you get, because there's very little chance that you don't full clear. Like if you don't full clear, that's probably just a reset, no? If I see Austin post non-lethal, I will no longer breathe, Chef Austin. You trying to make me quit Lethal Company again? You want me to go on another hiatus? I'll come back once you're dead. Damn, that's kind of mean to say out loud. This is a family-friendly channel. Maybe. I feel like I should keep going back in. Whatever. Really enjoy playing Killer. I think it's healthy to play both sides. I feel like our Survivor games are getting a lot harder, so it's kind of nice to mix in a Killer here and there. Maylene and I had a pretty frustrating Survivor session last night. And then I went on Killer and just stomped everybody, and I felt better. I played, what did I play? I played Deathslinger, I think? What the fuck? I played Deathslinger and Bubba. Deathslinger because that was what Maylene rolled for me, and then Bubba because I thought it would be funny. You guys make Dead by Daylight look so fun. It is, it is. It's definitely fun to play with friends, you know? When I play with friends too, I really don't care how good everyone is. I would much rather just play with a friend who has no idea what they're doing versus a random that should know what they're doing and plays like they don't. But if I play with like, I also don't mind solo queuing Survivor also. If everyone's random, then so am I. Chef Austin plays other games. I want to jump in the pool. No Sims ladder. Well, I have no qualms about saying that you should. Imagine leaving for Australia during the Forsaken Frontiers playtest. Couldn't be me. How's it going, Crew Inc? Who is most likely Owen? Played Slinger the other day and had fun. I will say though that after getting rolled on Nurse, it felt like, you know, the game just gave me some not very good survivors, because yeah. Oh no, I played Huntress last night. I didn't play Slinger. I played Slinger the other night. But I played Huntress versus an attempted bully squad, and let's just say that the bullying did not go well for them. Fun as long as you ignore all the boring moments. Really, the only boring moment for me is when I'm actually dead. Everything else is fine. That's why I try not to die too early. I don't even mind, like, doing gens and stuff. I like that there's, like, a healthy balance between, you know, moments of focus and moments where you can just kind of chill for a bit. I can't say I like games where I have to stay focused for the entirety of it. Just kind of too much energy. You know, like, Lethal Company, for example, I'm just kind of like half-ass looting for the... Oh. Wait, what you got? You got anything? Okay, well, I guess not. You know what? Before I die, I think we're good here. I was in Australia and still... Oh, you know what? I could have sworn Nico said the Sims thing. Kind of feel bad about saying that to Red Lemons, actually. Yo, thanks for the raid, crewing. Hope your runs went well. Currently on Quota 3 for an experimentation only solo run. I think it's going okay. I am not performing as well right now compared to the other days, but it is what it is. Left 4 objects on there. I said I gotta lock in, and then I just started locking out. But you know, I'm gonna let RNG lead the way at this point. Huntress is fun when you're hitting your hatchets. I was hitting my hatchets. But you know, when the when the survivors throw themselves in your face, you're gonna hit the hatchets. Saw that no one had a hook and you were dead 3 hooks. There's something about when we play against doctors, Big Weave just gets immediately tunneled. Doctors hate him. Actually. Getting another min roll on Experimentation, by the way. Wonder if getting a car to get faster 2 hands. Last time I did Experimentation only, I tried it, but I think I was... Well, I'm not as experienced with the car. I guess the only way to do that is to get the car. But for some reason, I just could not bring the car home consistently, or I would forget to turn the magnet on, and then the dogs would just kind of ruin my run. But you know, I think it was also just unlucky too on that run. I think ideally I would probably have a car here in case of a bunch of 2-handed spawns. But right now I'm just kind of hoping that I can get there without having to use it. Because especially now that the threshold is only 6 quota instead of 7, I'm pretty sure I should be able to complete 6 quotas without the car. I'm a lot more confident just jetpacking instead. I don't want to go into Steam. But cars probably... What? What the fuck? Guys, I don't know when the last time I killed a nutcracker was. I'm gonna be completely honest. Kinda have to go for it though, don't I? I kinda have to, right? I kinda... Alright then. Please don't embarrass myself. This might be embarrassing. Let me figure out what my pathing is. I can just get him around this, actually. Where the fuck did he go? I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. No! Okay, well, whatever. I thought I had to go or whatever. I should have just not done this. Did I hit him 4 times? Did I think I only hit him 3 times, dude. I think... Isn't it 5 hits? Or should I hit him 1 more time? I thought I knew my pathing, but I guess I didn't. Like, I thought I had like a little roundabout, but I ran somewhere else. At 1 HP, it's 3 times speed on shots and reloads. I actually didn't know that second part. I knew he was faster, but I didn't know he reloaded faster also. Smack twice. That's why I didn't want to go for it, but it is what it is.